Let me go into when people do find something that they're good at, or if they gain a new skill, or if they created an insight and they feel applying it immediately, will give them what they're looking for. And individuals need to be prepared that when they want to grow, it's more difficult than people realize. Change is difficult. There's a lot of systems in place that reassures tendencies are repeated, not that new behavior is repeated. There's a lot of things that are entrenched in who we are. A lot of conditioning, a lot of thought processes and feelings and emotions and comfort levels that we create that kind of put some resistance to that desire to change. So because of that, people give a experimental attempt and they don't get what they want in return all the time. That's the truth. You shouldn't expect anything immediate after you learn something insightful or created a new skill to alleviate or dissipate some discomfort. It doesn't always work that way. It usually does not work that way. Nor does your computer turn on in a nanosecond as soon as you hit the power button. It has to boot. It has to boot proper systems. And if there's any new system in there, it takes extra long. So that new skill has an extra few steps to solidify before it really gets integrated to who we are. So when you learn something new and you want to use it in your daily living, be patient. Don't expect to use it once or twice and serve its purpose. It has to be reinforced, and it has to be there for some time in order for the, to boot up in our consciousness and serve its purpose and be faithful to that new behavior. Otherwise, we tend to regress to the means. That's what they call that. We tend to seek old baselines. Everything regresses to the mean. There's a research concept behind that outliers are outliers. They're usually not common. And over time, everything resorts back to its normal state or regresses to the mean. Therefore, apply that to the concept of growing. We're going to eventually resort to old ways. We have to persist with the new skill and be patient before it really becomes solidified and entrenched and comfortable. And I use that word comfortable very calculated because, believe it or not, there are two things that prevent us from ultimately growing and changing ourselves. I've simplified it to two things. One is being dismissive. You dismiss the person, the idea, the life lesson. You dismiss something that could have provided you the insight or the need to change. You just dismiss it. They don't know what they're talking about or whatever it is. You dismiss that moment that could have benefited you to grow. And the other part of that conversation, we do not like to be inconvenienced. Correct. There's no way around it. We hate being inconvenienced. We do very bad things when we're inconvenienced, actually. We become very irate. We become road raged when we're inconvenienced. Most of the things that caused us stress prior to the recent pandemic, majority of that stuff was not life-changing. There were inconveniences. And they came on our radar pretty strong. Like there were big nuclear submarines. These are inconveniences which made us irate. So when we are inconvenienced, we struggle with that. We struggle with its practicality. Why do I need to do that? That doesn't make sense. That is what I hear a lot. It doesn't make sense why I need to do that. AKA, that is inconvenient for me. I don't want to do it. Being inconvenienced is one of the two tenets that prevents us from growing or seeing a life lesson that would benefit us. Okay? I'm going to leave it at that one, and I will hopefully hear from you and give me any ideas of further discussions about future topics or to expand on what was talked about today. Otherwise, please be safe, and I will talk to you later. Take care. Bye.